Welcome to Recollection Mall. If you were a mall rat like me, or spent your formative years hanging out or being dragged to the mall by your parents or your parental units, then you've come to the right place. Have you ever gone into your childhood, teenage, or current mall and wondered, wasn't there a store or restaurant there? So let's take a trip down memory lane and take a look at that mall's history of yesteryear. Be sure you stick around to the end of this video and see if you can take my mall survey. So leave a comment or a memory of this mall below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Early plans considered building a mall in the neighboring city of Rockland. After a long and tedious process, the Rockland plans were scrapped and were submitted to Roseville. On July 25, 1995, a phased mall with 3 anchors was approved. On June 25, 1998, after stronger than anticipated demand, a single-phase mall with 4 anchors was approved after Nordstrom committed to build a store at the 4th anchor. The $100 million Galleria at Roseville was built and opened in 2000 by Urban Retail Properties. The new shopping center was located at the corner of Galleria Boulevard and Roseville Parkway at the junction of State Route 65 and Interstate 80. It was anchored by a 220,000 square foot Macy's, a 185,000 square foot JCPenney, a 144,000 square foot Nordstrom, and a 135,000 square foot Sears. The Galleria at Roseville opened for business on August 25, 2000, with 120 stores and the Promenade, an outdoor wing of shops and restaurants anchored by a Crate and Barrel store, which was considered novel at the time. Less than a month after opening, Urban was acquired by Rodamco North America, a Netherlands-based real estate investment company, for $3.4 billion. The center was part of the assets of Rodamco North America, who subsequently sold to Westfield Group in January 2002, with the dissolution of Rodamco for $5.3 billion. At the time, the center was renamed Westfield Shopping Town Galleria at Roseville. In April of 2004, Westfield submitted plans to expand the 4-year-old mall, which was a victim of its own success. The Galleria had been losing out on new store concepts as the center remained nearly 100% occupied since its opening. After many changes to the original plan, the expansion was approved to consist of an expansion of Macy's, JCPenney, and Sears, space for 100 new stores, 2 parking garages, a new 50% bigger dining terrace, which consisted of 820 seats, relocation of the Crate and Barrel, and numerous changes to the Promenade. The original plan was estimated at $150 million and was scheduled to be completed by the end of 2009, with a final cost of about $270 million. In 2005, the Westfield dropped the shopping town part from its U.S. centers and named it Westfield Galleria at Roseville. Locals refer to it as just the Galleria, or Roseville Galleria, or simply the mall. In the summer of 2007, the plateau deck was completed and Westfield completed roadway improvements at Galleria Boulevard off-ramp from southbound State Route 65, installed a roundabout at the Antelope Creek entrance, installed dual left turn lanes into the mall at Reserve Drive and West Drive entrances from Roseville Parkway, and made many other changes to the ring road on the mall property to improve traffic flow around the new parking structures. In 2008, the Galleria's first substantial business closures occurred when Wilson's Leather, Crescent Jewelers, KB Toys, and Whitehall Jewelers all closed. However, all these closures were due to complete company liquidations and had nothing to do with their performance at the Galleria locations. McDonald's was bought and closed by Westfield to facilitate the mall's construction and to provide additional parking in the future. Despite the closures, Cheesecake Factory opened their new restaurant separate from the expansion that was under construction at the time. a Borders bookstore used to anchor the outdoor promenade at its south end. It closed in early 2008 due to corporate restructuring and because of its close proximity to another Roseville area Borders less than 3 miles away. In the fall of 2008, Westfield Galleria at Roseville surpassed Arden Fair Mall as the largest mall in the Sacramento metropolitan area, both in size and number of stores. Although in a suburb of Sacramento, some high-end stores had chosen Roseville over Sacramento due to better demographics and strong retail pull of Roseville. After a period of vacancy, Urban Outfitters opened in July of 2009 in the space previously leased by the bookstore. On November 13, 2008, the $190 million Phase 1 of the $270 million expansion opened to 42 new and relocated stores, as well as the Cliff Deck. A Copeland Sports used to anchor the promenade. This location weathered numerous store closures until Copeland's was completely shut down. The site functioned as the mall office and restoration hardware storage until construction began on transferring it to a 21 Forever flagship, which opened in November of 2009. It also saw the opening and relocation of numerous stores continuing through the end of the year, bringing the total number of stores to nearly 250. 2010 included other store openings, relocations, and expansions as part of the mall's redistricting strategy to group similar stores together. There were also a few closures. The Buckle, Claire's, and Abercrombie & Fitch, and Express opened relocated stores. New stores and restaurants included Tudamelon, Zoomies, Tommy Bahama, Default's Beauty Boutique, Papyrus, Gilly Hicks, Ruby Thai Kitchen, Artifacts, Gordon Birch Tavern, Hugo Boss, Clark's, Echo, and Francesca's Collections, Victoria's Secrets, and Brighton Collectibles relocated. New stores and restaurants included Chapel Hats, Diva, Best Buy Mobile, and Jelly Belly, while closures included U Food Grill, Pure Beauty Boutique, Ground Zero Board Shop, Franklin Covey, and Peak. On October 21, 2010, at around 10:30 a.m., a major fire occurred in the Galleria. The fire was started in the GameStop store and was caused by arson. The suspect had a backpack filled with unknown items and claimed to have a handgun when he entered the store. The suspect claimed that his sister had been kidnapped by aliens and then told employees to exit the GameStop, at which point he barricaded himself in the GameStop and set fire to the merchandise. The suspect was caught and arrested, and no injuries were reported during these incidents. A total of 20 stores were destroyed by the fire, including a GameStop, Anchor Blue, FYE, American Eagle Outfitters, and PacSun. A section of the roof also collapsed into the fire area. Damage was estimated by ATF officials at around $55 million. Though the majority of the building was left intact after the fire, the mall was closed for a week. Roseville city officials had said that as many as 40 stores in the undamaged sections of the mall would reopen on October 28th. Another 80 stores, including Macy's, were reopened by Thanksgiving, and 40 stores near the fire plan area was reopened after the first of the year. On October 28th, the undamaged part of the mall reopened, and 2 days later, a party was held at the mall to celebrate the reopening, as well as a Halloween and to get support in the rebuilding of the mall. By December 1st, 2010, 130 stores had been reopened. The mall was fully rebuilt by the end of 2011. The Galleria at Roseville was also the sole location of luxury retailers Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Tiffany & Company, and Saint Laurent in the Sacramento area. In 2018, Sears closed its Roseville store. In 2020, the carousel was removed from the inside of the mall. A Cinemark movie theater and a Round 1 entertainment center took over much of the former Sears building, opening in late 2021 and mid-2022 respectively. Unibail Rodamco Westfield later purchased the redeveloped Sears building from Seritage in December of 2022 at a cost of $23.4 million. In March of 2024, the two-level 32,000 square foot Forever 21 which operated the outdoor promenade, closed. Today, the two-level, 1.3 million square foot mall is anchored by a Macy's, JCPenney, and Nordstrom, and a 14-screen Cinemark theater, a Round 1 entertainment center, and has over 190 stores and services. Congratulations!
Still here? It's over. Whoa. When I find you...
Pop quiz, hotshot.
This is only a test.
So if you've gotten this far into the video, thanks. So how many anchor stores closed or changed names at this mall? So if your answer was 2, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what are some of your memories of this mall? Leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to Recollection Mall. Add your name to the mall directory. Thanks.